that blocks the view of that gun.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, here I gave out the plan. We're on the defense first round, and Payne's gonna have us chilling out by the attack marker with acid, somewhere around there. We're gonna have to take a look at the terrain there. Okay.
What's the rules of engagement?
Alright. Play it by ear. Call first, but matters to give a shot on.
I don't even know. We might have to condense some of these squads.
Okay. Alright, well, I was looking at the images.
Can I get a
Looks like pretty straightforward.
which platoon am I in?
Alright. You're gonna gun then.
Sounds good. We got a bunch of kills without ever looking at it before, so I was feeling okay before it.
That's you're with back of Geo, so you're gonna be on the western side of the objective.
Roger. It's me and Phoenix and Dentrix now full. That might be an issue. He's a man of talents.
You two might have to give out a guy.
Notch for every tank he's killed.
Mm-hmm.
Lead tank is best tank though.
I need to give up somebody for Dentrix.
Stand by, I'm talking about right now.
Like, Payne, you don't have a guy either, so I can join you. I guess I may not squad lead.
That's one less tank on the field now. I don't know if you want that.
I'm down to the interview.
Yeah, we still have 6 or 7 seconds left loaded, so stand by for now.
Dentrix, do you want to command it? Do you want a gun?
Slip your lunchbox
I don't
down.
mind anything.
Okay, you want to consolidate with us?
Stand by, there's still 6 or 7 waiting to load in.
I just talked to him. Some of them said they're not coming in.
That means we have one less tank up. I don't know if we want it.
Yeah, give us command. This is Bulldogs here. Admin. Just give it another 2-3 minutes for a few people trying to get in,
Yes.
then we'll consolidate.
I've done both.
Alright, as long as you know to lace the distance and then take your shot right, you know all that.
Yeah, that and the stabilization and the basics.
Alright. Alright, Chief, you're gonna drop, bro.
Your tank, ugly. Your shoes, whack. Your binoculars, whack. Your helmet, trash. I have a knife in my group. Beat that.
I think blue boxes beat that.
I think so. See, you can't
Why not
beat
we all-
me. You can't
I'm just gonna walk off from up
I
here
can
with
make a
binoculars.
This.
The what?
So where's the ammo box? This cage.
This should so be a game mode in squad.
Like down low.
Yeah.
Under the armor.
Oh.
Like you want to hit the
No,
back rear paneling.
The ammunition for the tank is where I'm standing.
Who said that?
In the public server. I'm not sure.
Up top.
Well, this is for the ammunition. This is ammo for 50 cal.
Yeah.
Just back at the turret is your weak spot.
In the turret.
I think you can do that constantly on some hunting, so...
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
but you
right
want to
here
hit it
at
right in
that
the
spot.
nose nowadays.
IRL, if your ammo goes up, you're safe because the turret has like a system.
Blow-up
to keep
panel.
dying.
This whole,
Yeah.
this whole bit right here is the vulnerable part. This whole top
talking
armor of the front right here, and right up to the nose here. Punch it in the face and it's in trouble.
Well, that's because there's a gas tank on either side of the front, which is meant to absorb a lot of the hit. Right here, and on the other side of the front, right here, protects the drive. The composite armor of the turret also does a lot to protect it. That's like what, 300, almost 400 millimeters of armor.
Well,
How
it's
squad
like,
is that? Like you've been playing a
I
lot
think
of
it's like
War
20
Thunder.
millimeters of steel, and then the rest of it
That's,
is
you know
uranium
exactly
composite.
what I got my info from.
And then of course the whole ass end is vulnerable. You just punch it in the ass a couple times and it will be toast.
Also, you cannot aim
You're
down.
gonna disable. You'll disable the engine. You're not gonna kill the crew.
I wonder if
You cannot aim down if the turret is looking backwards.
Should we use toes?
Question is just a pop.
Do we have toes on these things?
No.
No.
No?
I didn't think so.
There's a toe fob though on map.
Oh, never
Not
mind,
for
I'm
us.
But we can't use it. We can't use it. It's
They're gonna be using it on us.
I thought you could have a toe on it. I never mind. I don't know.
Yeah, don't
I
give
might be
the
thinking-
army ordnance any ideas.
I think I'm thinking about the warrior.
An update, we've still got about 3 or 4 trying to get in.
Bradley.
So, just hold off consolidating splits still.
There's a version with the Bradley called the linebacker
keep
that
it
replaces the
lined about
toes
time.
with the Stinger missiles.
I'm floating. I'm pretty sure I'm floating.
Remember?
Yeah, like, well, you're not actually doing anything, that's for sure.
Have you seen the video where the Humvee has a
You
toe
try
on
it. We're still waiting for you to join. It's pretty easy to do. I mean, up to crouch.
There's a video on Instagram with there's a Humvee that has a toe on it.
This can be pretty sick.
My favorite video of a Humvee is the dude
It's
trying
like
to
3
shoot
or
a
4.
50 and
Yeah.
his barrel just pops off.
Trying to line up the sights on that MG while not being a minutes out, so it's...
I honestly miss the Humvees.
Is it a repair tools just like Battlefield or running a practice?
Yep. You get out. You can use it on the side of your vehicle.
Oh, I almost forgot about it. There are rules on repairing the vehicle if it gets disabled.
Bino section.
You can use your wrench. You can't repair I don't know. That's unclear. It says we can repair ammo only, but we can't control that. No, we can't. There's ammo at the top. Yeah, there's ammo at the top.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds...
But if we get a vehicle disabled, can we repair our own vehicle with
With your wrench, I would assume so.
Just
Yeah, so either you die within the first 25 minutes, you can or flip within the first 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, it's over.
Yes.
If you die.
Yes. I had my safety trigger finger.
Anyone have the diagram of the armor they released?
I got you,
someone
bro.
made? I've got it. The new one?
Alright, gentlemen, start
I'm not sure if it's a new one. I'll send you what I got.
Try and lead if you can, at least, you know,
Except
one
for your
squad
glasses.
with, 2.
My big
Squads
one
with
is
2
You-
to allow one of
You got extra glasses on. Look at you.
Karma.
Oh,
Fucking bug-eyed as
I'm
hell.
a safety. I'm a safety.
Fucking eyes looking in two goddamn separate directions.
Previous still get on the server. Man, we gotta consolidate quads. So can you go into the command spot?
It's worse.
Who am I with?
Yeah.
what's command?
Sound.
It's squad 7 with pain.
Copy.
Sorry.
Hello everybody,
Wait, so I'm
and
sending
welcome
one to
to
you,
our
correct?
Squad Ops One Life event. Actually, it is a Squad Ops regular event, technically still a One Life event sort of thing. And today we bring to you the Battle of Yehorivka. This is a regular event created by our regular manager, or sorry, not our regular manager, our representation manager, Londarts. and he's put a lot of work into this operation, and it should be really cool because it is a tank operation. It is you've got 7 tanks on 7 tanks. Most squads will be full with their full 3-man, but we will have a couple of just tanks with just the driver gunner combo, which will still be fine. The 50 cal wouldn't do much anyways against a tank. Welcome everybody who's joining us for this stream. Last on Wednesday I said we wouldn't have a Friday stream and we'd be back on Saturday, so it's good to see everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's go over this operation. Let's go over who's participating in this command wise. So this is a lot longer list than normal because there's just more tanks, so more squad leads. For the US team, we have platoon lead Payne with his squad leads Dentrick, Acid, Assault, Armacut, Merrick, actually I think it's Phoenix, and Bag of Joe. For the Russian team, we have platoon lead Dorf with his squad leads Turtle Guy, Efank, Sughart, Rose Dragon, the Alpha Guido, and Dashby. All kind of skills and stuff that would normally go into an event that I would bring up leadership wise goes out the window with tanks. This is going to be completely new. We're going to see who does the best, I guess. But it should be a lot of fun. A lot of these people I know play on the regular servers a lot. So people are going to be pretty good with the tanks, or at least understand how to use tanks. At what time do we start, Stomac? We start in probably the next couple minutes. Last call was to consolidate squad, so I started the stream up. Now that the squads are consolidated, live time will be 1. So about 4 minutes from now we will go live. It gives me time to go over this mission and give you an update on sort of the situation and the mindset that these guys are going into with this sortie, is what Londarts called it. So for the U.S. forces, 3 days ago, elite U.S. Special Forces captured the highly strategic Svenchenko uranium mine. U.S. EUCOM has received intelligence that the storied 4th Guard Katamirovskia Kanti, I'm gonna put this in chat so you guys can see it. I can't pronounce it, but there's a tank division. The 4th Guard's tank division is amassing on the northern plains of Yehorivka. U.S. EUCOM has tasked the 9th Tank Battalion with protecting the TOW missiles base that has been constructed at the Svenenko and repelling all Russian military activity in the AO. Your battle command has offered you and other handpicked M1A2 Abram crews to safeguard the defense of the uranium mine until the rest of the battalion arrives. So this is the name of the tank battalion. If anybody can give me an easy way to pronounce it, Katamirovskia. I can't say that fast. Katamirovskia. But there's a tank battalion in the area. The U.S. Special Forces have captured a uranium mine, which is right over here. Let me double check this. I'm probably gonna have to fly towards it to. Oh, it's right here. It's already built up. So the U.S. have captured this uranium mine, and there are tows set up there, and they're just tasked with defending it. So they're not playing the infantry on the ground. They're playing the tank battalion, reinforcing the infantry on the ground. Russian forces. Communication with the lucrative Svenenko uranium mine were lost 3 days ago. Since that time, the advanced elements of the tank battalion have been pushing south to investigate. U.S. initiated shenanigans are suspected at satellite imagery transmitted to your forward position has indicated the construction of a TOW missile base. Your mission is to stop the completion of the TOW missile base and recapture the uranium mine, restoring its valuable natural resources to the mother. When does it start? Starts in about 2 minutes, PR Vet. This is a tank battle. I like the idea of an all-tank up, but I think it would be way cooler to see tanks and infantry working together. Yes, I 100% agree. Tanks and infantry, combined arms would be much better. But with our regular events, we can do a little bit more and just sort of make them a little more ridiculous for the regulars who have been around and played a lot of ops. I'm not saying that there are going to be no tank ops ever, but what we're going to have for now. Respawns are not PR Vet. There's technically, most of the time in our one-life events, there will be no respawns, but since this is a regular event, there are some exceptions to be made. Looks like we will go live here in about 1.5 minutes. Let's go over the loadouts. So the U.S. team gets per squad, they get 2 M1A2 Abrams. And if they lose their Abrams, or if they flip their Abrams in the first 25 minutes, they get to use that second Abrams. So they have 1 Abrams per squad, and then they have 25 minutes to get another tank if they go down really early. And it's just sort of making sure it is, you know, technically it's only 7 things on 7 things rather than the full, what is this, 20 on 20. So having a little leeway with the tanks. But the U.S. assets include 7 M1A2 Abrams per squad plus 1 extra per squad, so they've got 14 tanks total. Their base has 2 lodges, the radio, infantry defense structure, indirect fire shelters, and those 4 tows that they're supposed to be defending. That is their objective. The U.S. are moving in to this area, the quarry area, to hold the uranium mine. Russian assets include 7 T-72B3 tanks per squad, and then each squad gets an extra tank, so 14 T-72s per squad. They also get to place down a HAB and a radio and a repair station to rearm ammo if they so choose, because they are the ones on the offense, and they're going to have a little bit of a little bit more ammunition to fire if they manage to make it back to their repair station and rearm. Looks like we are live. Tanks are moving off the bat. Sounds so good. Abrams. I'm excited to see what happens with this. We haven't had a tank op before. We haven't used tanks in operations before, and this is not... Oh, look at him drift. Look at him drift. I hope I get to do regular events soon. They always have a crazy twist. And yeah, Hamdog, they do. They always do have a crazy twist. And somebody mentioned this is the first regular event we've seen in a while, and that is true. We're trying to bring back our regular events, make something that the people who are regulars in our community and who have that regular tag, give them a little something extra for hanging out with us and being a part of the community, being such an awesome part of the community. So the general plan for the U.S. is going to have 2 points. He's going to hold the west side of the uranium mine, and then he wants to have guys here on this skull marker and have guys in the city there, and sort of have a crossfire using buildings and deflate to their advantage. Looks like they passed up their turn. Only one who really made it was Payne, the platoon lead. Everybody else is, will get there. I'm excited for this. I agree, Seth. I'm excited to see this. And which tank do you guys think are better? I personally really like the T-72. It is just a monster that can soak up a lot of rounds. It doesn't have as much ammunition as the Abrams, but I really feel like the T-72 is just a better tank, at least in this game. This isn't a deathmatch touchscreen. Technically, it is. They're going to try and kill each other, but there's an objective. The U.S. are defending the structure while the Russians are attacking said structure. Let me go ahead and fly over there, and we'll check out.
Hey, come on, guys. Let's drive right.
We'll check out the position they're moving towards. Can they get out of the tanks? Stormak, they can get out of the tanks to repair, but like if their tank gets destroyed, and they do make it out that way with a destroyed tank, they can get in another tank within the first 25 minutes of the round. If not, they are considered MIA or killed in action, and then they have to. So they can get out of tanks to repair, but if you're out of the tank just running around and trying to shoot, you're technically not a part of the round, and you just spawn and get to spectate the rest of the round. So this is the objective for the U.S. The U.S. are coming to defend this. There's a bunch of invisible guys here building up these tow missiles. They're taking a long time, and the U.S. are tasked with defending them as they build up. We'll see if they decide to use this high ground for anything, because if they do get set up here, they will have like great eyes everywhere, northwest all the way to maybe even direct east. Yeah. The thing is, if you can see them, they're most likely going to see you. But we'll see. So they're moving direct west.
I think at this rate, they're going to be like, well, they might beat us to our staging.
We've got 4 tanks moving south for the Russians. Let's go check out all the Abrams. Let's go check out the T-72s.
Roger.
Then we'll fly back over.
Bag disconnected
there any tow missiles? Not that they can, not that the U.S. can man Hamdog, but the T-72 does have tow missiles. It's not called a tow. I don't remember what the Russians call it, but it is the equivalent of a tow. Karma is here, Seth Green. He is just a regular squad lead or a regular tank lead with a Seabass. Check out these T-72s. Got him go. I feel like they have a lower profile too. I just love the look of the T-72. Look at that. Who are the commands, Hamdog? The commands are Pain, 12B, and Dwarf. We gave the regulars a chance to command, or some of the guys coming out. Oh, is he gonna get stuck? Okay. They said is in the brief. Be very careful crossing this bridge. But he makes it. We gave the, but as I was saying, we gave the regulars a chance to command. Pain 12B was the one who really wanted to. Tanks are moving south off of there. Take my map to rug around. We've got 2 tanks holding the high ground on over here north of Motogovio, and then they've got 4 tanks pushing towards the west, trying to get in position. And fire on them from the northwest. At where the stage. Pain 12B beats Dwarf with his track record. He is an instant god. Dwarf is a pretty solid commander. Check out where these are they getting. They're moving as fast as they can. Look at that air Karma got. I wonder who's driving. I bet Seabass is driving, Karma's gunning. That's just sort of how it is. Karma likes to gun. They're gonna readjust their plan because their original plan was to get all the way here into the C1322 keypad and the E1272 area, which the Russians will definitely beat them to. They need to find some better positions to fire from. Karma's gonna be on point. It looks like they're gonna spread out their tanks on the north side. We've got Pain 12B and assault squad or assaults tanks. Looks like they're gonna try and swing around, or if not, hold airport proper. While that's going on, we've got 5 tanks moving into the objective. I gotta. What is my heat cell speed?
Alright, my two are pushing north now.
Roger, call any contacts you guys see.
Copy.
Which tank is stronger? That's up to interpretation. I feel, Hamdog, I think it's how you use them, but I feel like the T-72 will soak up more damage for sure. The M1 Abrams has the better gun. But I personally, if I would if you were to ask me to choose, I'd say the T-72 is a stronger tank. I've just had much better luck with the T-72, which may be all it is. It's just luck. There we go. Gotta have the fly speed up and the deceleration down. Not all jerky. Karma and them, they're just gonna push. They're pushing past the objective. This is the objective back here, you see? They're back there. Looks like Hero and 8th are gonna stay close. That's the objective up there. Tanks are just pushing past it to get a defensive screen for them. Karma's tank commander of this little section. Looks like they're gonna get online. It's not a bad line. They did make it to where they wanted to. This is sort of where Karma's platoon or Karma's section of the platoon was told to be. This isn't a bad spot. This is just a tank on tank battle, or their infantry involved. This is only a tank on tank battle. It's our regular event, so it's not like an event we do regularly, if that makes sense. It's just for the people who are around our community a lot, who have the regular tag, the ops tag, to participate in and play something that's a little more ridiculous in our normal ops, and we usually don't have, you know, 7 tanks on 7 tanks. Still a 1 life event, or semi 1 life event. They've got 25 minutes to respawn if they die, but once you go down, you're most likely down. With how long this has taken, we've been live for about 10 minutes, so we've got about 15, 16 minutes of respawn time left, and still no contact has been had. Pickle may come up, or I think this is Acid's tank, may come up on this guy's, and he's got a full tank, so he's got commander and everything. They may come into contact here. Anybody see them? I don't think so. And I don't know if anybody's gonna hear anybody else either, just because your own tank is just so loud. Well, what is HMG supposed to do? It's not so much the HMG, it's the extra scope, it's the extra eyes that can snap the main gun where it needs to be. I think that's where it's going to be used, not so much the HMG. And of course, I guess tracers. Good position by Acid's tank. Turn your engine off, you'll hear everything coming. Looks like Sugarheart's tank is pushing up on it. Maybe first contact. Get a little high shot of where they are. They don't look like they're pushing. Yeah, they're not pushing. Alpha Vito's getting his in position. Dwarf is getting his in position. Axe Gaming looks like he's in position. Cyclone and Rose Dragon are also moving into position. They're on the far. This is a nice little 5-man line and 2-man flank, which is kind of mirrored. We've got a 5-man line or 5-tank line and 2 tanks on the flank. 5 tanks in line, 2 tanks on the flank.
Are we allowed to scout outside of our tank?
No, just take your tank.
Oh, the sound of them. They're pushing them now. They're pushing him now. Maybe first contact. I'm gonna say I've enjoyed your commentary now, so thank you. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. As long as you guys like watching, we will continue to stream. I enjoy streaming. I like commentating. If you want to participate in these events, check us out, squadops.gg. To become a regular, all you have to do is hang out on our server, go participate in our ops, hang out on the Discord, and just be a regular. Show up regularly and hang out with us, play games with us. We're not always playing squad. We play other games too, Postscriptum. Oh, tank round out onto Axe. Tom Peach takes the first shots. That was Sugarheart, I think, who took the shot. Smokes out, and they're in a rough spot. They need to back up. They need to continue to back up. They're gonna pop vehicle smoke and then try and get out. They have, but Sugarheart is just gonna track them. They might get around here now. Yeah. 75%. Love the smoke generator. Yeah, I think he fat fingered the smoke launchers. You saw him fired. You can fire 2 very quickly, and you don't really need to have 2 up at the same time. But the generator smoke that the vehicle driver can use is so good. It is so good. I've actually used it for vehicle or for infantry support as well, and it's so cool. Dropping a line of smoke and letting infantry run through it. So Alpha Guido's chasing this tank, thinking it's only 1, but there's Hero waiting for him. Not looking at all. Tank on your flank. Tank on the flank. Oh, shot out. Spotted. They're just gonna use smoke. They're gonna hightail it out of there.
240 from us, Acid.
These Russians are on top of it.
My tank to hold?
No, their tank's coming up on their rear. What is this? This is what. Gotta let another round fire there.
Centric, you got all of this landing past.
They're gonna, so with V12.1 or whatever, you can destroy turrets now, or you can disable turrets, make them very difficult to use. Oh my god, the Russian tanks are getting up on him. You're trying to get behind him, but that leaves you open to Axe's tank. Axe is getting flanked. Or, no, this is Acid getting flanked by Axe. And they're gonna back straight up past Axe. This is great driving. This is really good driving to get out of there. Oh, and they might get out of there. Looks like Hero's also on the flank of Rose, but Alpha Guido is continuing the pressure. Sugarheart's on there. There, Hero's tank goes pop. And Acid manages to get out of there. They've still got a respawn. They've still got about 10 minutes of respawn time left.
We're basically destroyed. Yeah, Karma and Dentrick, if you guys want to get online with us, facing west.
Oh, they died.
Yeah, right.
They all bled out.
Dentrick gets further
It was
south.
on fire. The tank burned. Unfortunate.
So we can.
What happened there?
Go check out.
They rushed that side with agree.
So they got 5 tanks overtaking the
Phoenix, you in contact
barn. They've got Phoenix and Karma's tanks. We'll just listen in on their comms for a little bit. This event only for regulars. Twitch monies. This is only for regulars. A Squad Ops regular member. Anybody who has the Ops tag can participate in these events.
Copy.
Got any eyes over there?
Hear those rounds flying over us? Trying to hit Karma.
They're in hold down position to our west. I advise waiting for them to shove into us, over.
Yeah, Roger.
No jelly right now, but if I was playing, I wouldn't be able to see the full extent of this insanity. Yeah, the Abrams is much more maneuverable than I thought. They backed up. They lost 2 tanks in that engagement, but they're gonna back up. There's already tanks leaving main. You see these guys. Kane is now on the south flank. Phoenix is in a bad spot now. They need to pull back, I think. Actually, it's not the worst. Nice shots. Nice shot on Rose Dragon's squad. Blows up a tank. Hits it in the side. Takes a shot though for its trouble.
Be advised, we can't push onto your flank. They've got hold down on us if we try to push.
Oh, they're firing. I don't know why we're not hearing those shots go out. Tanks go through trees. Not all trees. How often do you guys run these? These regular events we're going to try and do more regularly, at least once a month, once every other month. Is the idea. I don't know for a fact. Londarts is the one in charge of that, so I can't speak for anything. 5 tanks on 1 on the west. We've got a nice little line here. I'd like to see Payne's squad get a little closer. Phoenix is holding his position here. This is a really solid hold down position. Yeah, the 50 cal bug affects the tank cannons as well, it sounds like. Yeah, you don't hear those firing. You can hear them hitting.
Negative, he's been hit once.
Yeah, front armor too.
Taking shots at Atomic here. Oh, you hear those shots? It's even shaking the camera. Take shots at, that was Rose's tank right there, and a Sugarheart and Atomic continuing to, oh. What are they hitting? You hear that whistling of the round as it bounces? Oh, nice shot. Man, just a little low. Tow missile out. Doesn't hit anything. Goes right next to him. They pop smokes and they're gonna move. No, it did hit him. Oh, and they're hit again. They're tracked. They're tracked. You see how slow they're moving? They may burn out here. Oh, and then they get shot from. Ooh, nice, nice little sneak up on Dwarf by Dwarf. Look at that low profile, shooting right through the trees. Oh, they're doing so much work here. So far, it's 3 kills, or 3 tank kills for the Russians, 1 tank kill for the U.S. Andios pulled us back from the Russian onslaught of these 272s as they just roll towards Karma. You have to see him. You have to see him. Oh, no, he can't see him. Look at this. Look how low. They see the smoke? Look at that. Here it is. Armor. Armor.
Armor pushing my.
See him? Oh my god, he doesn't see him.
One of those tanks on the hill's been hit once. I've got it lead 1 times T-72 pushing my northwest, maybe 100 meters.
Apparently you talked to him.
We're coming to this dude. Pulling back.
What is it? Oh, I think it was you tried to send a link. Doug, what happened? It says anyway. Shot out onto Sugarheart as a Sugarheart and Atomic Peach's tank. Oh no, an axe and them are right on top of them. Oh, the US are just in a really bad spot. Maybe they should have stayed a little more tightly packed together. Shots go out from Karmacut as Seabass tries to back out. Folks, out. If they can get out. Let's check out Assault. Check out Assault. He says he's been engaged in T-72 3 times. The thing, the T-72 is a monster tank. You can get these really long-range shots onto it, but you gotta hit it in the right spots, or it's just not gonna work.
We've engaged both tanks. We've got hits on both of them.
Doing some damage. Is this a 1 life event or no? This is technically a 2 life event, Twitch. If you go down within the first 25 minutes, which is, they've got 5 minutes of respawn left, you get 1 extra tank. But other than that, you're stuck with what you've got. So it's 14 tanks on 14 tanks. US have died or have lost 3 tanks, whereas the Russians have only lost 1. Centric is taking shots onto Guido. Yeah, I feel like the Russian tanks are working closer in tandem with each other and being able to respond to each other more efficiently and quickly. Whereas the US tanks tried to use their range to their advantage, and it just didn't work out for them. One more shot on this tank and may go down. You got to really get that side shot on him. Yep, side shot. Oh no, you hit in the front. Gotta hit it in the side. You gotta hit it in the crack in between the turret and the hull. And they're popped. Not good enough. Not good enough. This tank is tracked though, and if they don't die in the next 4 minutes, this is what they've got the rest of the round.
1 E1397 and 1 D1225.
How many servers players? Where's the rest of the US? Looks like Dwarf is taking shots at somebody. Looks like they're hurt. They've been engaged by Steve. Oh, nice shot onto Dwarf. Dwarf goes down. He's got 1 more respawn though. That was Assault's tank that took the shot. How many players in the server at the moment? There's 41 players on the server at the moment. Most of them playing. I think we've got me and maybe 1 or 2 others. So 39 regulars showed up for the event. It's pretty good. Is a pretty good size for the regular event. This is why we can do these kind of things where 20 on 20 like infantry battle may not be as fun as, you know, 7 on 7 tank battle. And I feel like these guys are enjoying it.
He only put 1 round into us though. He should have fired back by now.
Go check out. Assault's just shooting at Dwarf squad. Karmacut made it out of there.
My tank's at 75% health, and we have 3 AP rounds left.
Roger, go rearm if you need. The fob should have ammo and a repair.
They can fall back and rearm, so they can, if they fall back to this fob here, they can rearm. They got 6,000 on.
I'm at 50%. We're playing it tighter. Over.
Good copy.
So with V 12.1 or 12.2, you can damage the optics on vehicles like the Crows and the 50 cal and the tank optics. Looks like Shikhard and Tom Peach pushing Karma really hard. Can they do this? They don't see him. Karma didn't see him either. Shots out on the side. Oh, he hit the tree and gave him the side armor. Nice try, Atomic. Just didn't work out. He hit the tree. Unfortunate. He does get that respawn though. No stuck. He's hit a tree as well.
We're at 25%.
They're at 25%. They're gonna need to get out of there. Why do they keep trying around? They're trying to get behind him, I think, is the initial idea. Is if you ever see that scene on Fury where the 3 Shermans are going after the Tiger, it's trying to just get on its flank and hit it on its weak side, because most shots from the Abrams are just going to bounce off the front of that T-72, in my opinion. You really have to use the speed. The Abrams is definitely faster than the T-72. You have to use that speed to get around on its side, in my opinion.
2 can confirm 1 enemy tank kill, and then another one who we are pretty sure is
Pushed in. Let's check out Hero. Here. Oh no.
Who just got out, Dank?
Yeah, where you at?
North of me. They're still on that hill. They're usually at the base of
I don't
fire.
see. Oh, there you are.
Right on the hill there.
It was a pretty good tank movie, yeah. I like the beginning up until they get into town, and then after that it's all pretty meh to me. But like the initial couple scenes they're really, really good. Looks like they're stuck. They need to push up, I think. Yeah, push up and then back out. They were hitting this like roof thing.
Hey, you talking about the hill? Like,
Pushing Alpha Guido and Liberal Pundit and Lord Chanka pushing Hero's tank now. Hero backs up to safety. Not gonna try and take this engagement. Tank round hits a tree. I like to see some long-range engagements instead of metal. I agree. Well, Assault had some long-range engagements with from here to these guys over here, but he just wasn't penning them. He wasn't hitting them in the right spot. Alpha Guido pulls up on the right side of Hero's tank. Gonna get them on their side. Who's gonna win this? Nobody's looking. Where's the turret's not turning? Good miss. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait.
We're gonna go down here right out my position.
Reinforcements delayed. Respawn mechanics over. So the amount of tanks they've got is the amount of tanks they've got. They're gonna want to try and stay alive. They missed Alpha Guido. Oh no! Hero's gonna try and repair. Aethel's got to keep those shots going. Keep shooting. You gotta shoot him in the right spot. You're giving him rear armor though. I don't think he's gonna make it out of this. Yeah, I don't think so. This tank is gonna blow.
Are any of them close up to cap yet? Over.
He missed. Hero's doing his best to repair the tank. Trying to repair.
Okay, copy that.
And it pops. Oh, they just couldn't do anything. Whoever was shooting just couldn't hit him in the right spot. You gotta hit him like right in between where the armor and the turret hit. I think Hero went down too. They're gonna repair. So, amount of tanks left on either side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
clear on the north
tanks.
northeast. They're definitely. They're definitely.
Fair enough, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Down 25%.
6 on 6.
We're all fucked, so we're just gonna hold here. Over.
Roger, go right behind you, covering you.
Now they're gonna wait for the Russians to push them. That's what they want to do, which is probably a good call. You can't go tank to tank with the T-72. That armor, that front armor, you've seen it several times this round even. You're just bouncing from the front. No damage whatsoever. Hero, throw a grenade into the hatch. Am I crazy to think that playing commander is more fun than gunner? I agree with you, King Bob. I like driving personally. Driving is what I'm good at, and I really enjoy it. But if I were to choose between gunning and commanding, I think commanding would be more fun because you're able to snap the gunner where you see, and you just have more freedom to look around and whatnot. And I guess it's technically not all on you if you die. It's the gunner's fault or the driver's fault. It can't ever be the commander's fault.
320 left to right behind the tree. See it?
Yeah, dog. I enjoy driving the bus.
Copy.
That's an enemy. It's a friendly tank. It's a friendly tank that is pain. Please don't shoot friendlies. I think they're good. They understand. Okay.
Pain, you still think there's contact northeast of you?
Do we have an armor course at Ops? We do not have an armor course as of yet, Project. Right now we're working on revamping our advanced classes, and right now I think the most recent advanced class is focused on CQB, close quarters combat. But who knows what'll happen in the future? As long as we continue to grow, we might have a tank class soon. Right now they're just similar enough to other vehicles to learn how to use, to drive at least in the most basic of sense, that we don't feel we need another tank course with it. Maybe if we start including them more and more in Ops. No, who knows? When's the next time I can get the Ops tag, King Bob? As long as you're hanging out on our Discord server, you're hanging out, you know, playing on our regular, or you're hanging out and playing in our events and the regular whitelist and whatnot, somebody will notice you from our representation team. and they will get with you. I believe we do have a regular interest form, which isn't a form to apply to be a regular. It's more to say, hey, I'm interested in becoming a regular, and that just sort of puts you in the spotlight for our representation team. From my understanding of how the doc works. Again, we have a representation team for that, so it's basically they're the ones who decide who becomes a regular and who doesn't. But we had regulars pretty like weekly, I want to say, weekly every other week, something like that. Tanks moving into position, getting online here. It looks like Karma's in a very. Let's get an overhead view of everything. See what I can do to get a solid shot here. It isn't terrible on, and yeah, it's really hard to tell. So it's a very long line.
I lost eyes on this dude.
There's
like maybe he pulled north
guys here overwatching west side of uranium mine. We've got Payne, who's pushing onto the point proper. We've got a line of 2 tanks here holding east side of the line, and there's one tank further back. Where is he? There he is. Another tank trying to pull off and get on the flank. There's grass there, I assure you. Then there's Karma's tank, 25% hold down, scared to death. He's not going to move very far.
I've got pretty fantastic positioning here.
You do, but you're also low health.
That is up for interpretation. Let's check out.
Coming at you are actually, I think, greater.
Let's check out. Check out his fantastic position. How fantastic is it really? What can he see coming? Will he see anything coming? Most likely contact is going to come from the north. It looks like these guys are regrouping, rearming, you see, and they're going to try for another western. At 7 tanks on 7 tanks. No more respawns. The tanks they've got are the tanks they've got. Shots over. Shooting at what?
Someone just fire a round?
Yeah, who fired the round? Yeah, I shot a round. It's all good.
Was misfire or you fired?
They're shooting. Who are they shooting? I think these guys? Sonny?
We're shooting at a tank that's popped. We just wanted to make sure.
Eyes on.
God damn it. Yeah.
You guys playing against other clans? 6v7, are you sure? 1, 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red, 7 Russians, 7 T-72s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're right, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
There's nothing north so far?
Guess I was counting the flag.
No.
So 6 M1A2 Abrams and 7 T. But going back to you guys play other clans, we do participate in clan v clan things, or like I guess like semi-competitive events, like Sunday Night Squad, Tactical Tuesday, things like that. So what's the word?
I kind of hate to give it up. Oh, you see what I see.
Volunteer. Like we don't make anybody participate in these events, so it's all our regulars who volunteer to participate in those. But yeah, we do play against clans and things. We generally don't do pretty well because we don't really focus on the competitive side of things, more about experience and stuff. But we do participate in them and we try and have a good time. And yes, we do try and win, but it just doesn't always work out. Hopefully, it's better, but
I have eyes on this hill and I see no
it's
contact.
fine. Yeah, Tuesday is Tactical Tuesdays and Sunday is Sunday Night Squad. 2 competitive events run by a couple groups that we know that we I think it's like a clan per. It's a full game, a clan per squad. You know, 4-on-4. It's pretty fun.
All right, we're gonna engage me tank. He's gonna be far northwest of you, Karma.
Contacts northwest. Past the hill with the buildings.
I'm moving south.
I got Assault. Assault's gonna be the one taking the shots. Wow, look, you see that explosion that bounced and exploded.
Oh, that's fucking far.
They're out in the open. You don't need both of those. Hate them. You don't need to pop both your smokes. Ooh, you want to get out of there. The rounds are just gonna bounce for at this distance, I think.
in like the Delta 12.
Well, are there any VODs of these matches? Not on our YouTube, or not on our Twitch or YouTube, or we're not the ones who stream them. I don't know exactly who streams them, but they are streamed sometimes, and that's where you'd be able to catch those. We have done a couple, like, charity competitive events, then those might be on our YouTube. I'm fairly certain I made them public. If not, I'll go back and double check and make those public tonight. But I'm fairly certain those were made public. They're gonna get out of there. Leaving.
Negative.
They're shooting at Karma.
Around.
Everyone eyes on Tracer northwest. Pain in between you and I.
Yeah, we're shooting. Enemy tank to the west on the road. He's just traveling the road.
Dentrick, Mr. Steel. They pushed up, it looks like. Tried to get on a flank here. I'd like to see this line even out a little. But they're in a pretty good spot, I think. I think this is a pretty solid spot to lock down this northern approach.
Where is
US EU comm gives clearance for US to cross the 910 line. So now they can go north of this 910 line and get their flank on, which I think is going to be their... That's gonna be their option, I feel. Karma's gonna try and get out of there. Tank is all but out. Dentrick's in a really good spot to watch Rose come up the hill, though. You just gotta be patient.
Anyone have any qualms with that? Me taking the MSR north?
South. I need south.
Gonna push up? Yeah, I think they are. Another tank, looks like Payne is coming in contact with Sugarheart. I'm not sure who's going to win that fight. We're going to watch this for a sec. What's going to happen immediately. They're going to go down there. Goes down. Looks like he took out another tank. No, he has to see it. He had to see it. He saw the smoke. He saw the smoke. There you go. No, he's pulling back. Oh, no. Not looking. He's not looking. Oh, Dentrick, unfortunate. He's just unfortunate timing and turned around. They can't fight this now.
Southwest of you.
Can't fight this.
Delta 13. Delta 13-1.
Here, Roger, I hear it.
They're getting that driver's seat. Get out of there. You can't fight this. You might just pop here. Any Optimum have been following Star Citizen? I have not, McKinley. I am not sure if anybody's been following Star Citizen. Yeah, I actually have no idea what's going on with that game.
We're gonna take the southern hill.
Hey, contacts are at...
Why don't they move more when they pop smoke? Yeah, Tap, I have no idea. It's in the exact same spot. As soon as they pop smoke, they just sit there.
Roger.
So, Dentrick is in contact with one. Let's go check out the southern engagement.
Phoenix, can you turn east and support him?
Karma's still alive. Karma's tank is still alive, looks like. Bolt is going to connect with this fire team, Atomic Peach, and Shug's tank. No, Karma's going to come into contact first with Dwarf Mr. Yuzi.
Is that contact in the defilade?
Acid, you're taking a shot. He's north of me.
Roger.
Karma's going to go down here. I see you. Oh, nice shots.
Copy, I'm trying to get my tank in the fight.
I see that tank in the defilade off the west.
Good shots from Merrick. I can't tell who's taking those shots. Goes down. Good shots. Good shots. Who did that? Is that Merrick? Is there a tank up there? There's no tank up there. Yeah, it had to have been Merrick. Go check it out. Yeah? Great long range shots onto this guy. Really saving Karmaka's hide here. Using the tank hull as a shield. Contacts on his east-northeast. May get spotted here soon. That's a really good spot by Rose. Getting peek right above that hill.
Bravo 1246 moving southwest.
Roger.
So these competitive matches are usually not one life. Yeah, Twitch funnies are the competitive events are generally like regular games, just with more strategy, and like the people who play competitive are like super intense. Like they're planning their plans are just the most optimized, most efficient use of assets and just their movement, and then they all can shoot amazingly well. That can get pretty intense. Do the Russians know the U.S. have Apaches on standby? Yeah, we didn't tell you. The heli mods here. Looks like Assault is gonna come into contact here. Karma's not gonna move there. Karma's scared. 25%. He doesn't want to die.
What's the call? We're engaging enemy tank.
Good card and Atomic. Pushing up on Assault's team.
Where's he at? Approximate mark.
Assault's such a good driver. Like Assault always just wrecks shop when he drives. Or sorry, Atomic is such a good driver. He just wrecks shop when he drives. If he is a pretty competent gunner, which Sugarheart is a competent gunner, they can do work. Acid taking contact with the squad, that tank over there, Axe. They go down. Assault's taking shots.
So Assault, you're engaging our contact? No, he's close. He's 100 meters west of me.
2 rounds like normal. Yes, Seth Green. 2 rounds like normal. Jeeve taking contact from Assault. Looks like Dorf is going to be able to push up on his rear, though.
Right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Yeah. Watch that round come in on him.
Like 950.
Good flank.
Okay, I'm coming.
You have like 3 screens, man. Like, how do you follow YouTube, Twitch chats, change cameras and stuff all the same? I have 3 screens, but we stream using Restream, so all the chat comes into one little channel.
Did you get him?
And I've got the main screen, and then I got stream stuff. The other screen. I like the commentating part. The commentating part's my I like reading chat. That's my favorite part of commentating. Being able to interact with you guys, talk shit about these guys, talk shit about people playing, you know. It's all around fun. We've got 4 tanks left. No, 5. 5 Russian tanks against 3 U.S. tanks. Atomic and Sugarheart pushing up on Merrick's tank now. That's Phoenix. Who's gonna win this? You can't have these. You can't go toe to toe like this with the M1 Abrams. Just can't. You hear that round bounce? You hear that whistling? The whistling's not good. That's gonna cook off there. Yeah, looks like it's cooked off. That's an ammo shot. They're about dead here. You hear the whistling? You hear the whistling? Oh, that means it just ricocheted off the front. The front of a T-72 is just a monster. It is just disgustingly just bad or good, whichever side you're gonna, whichever side you think you're on. It's just it's gross. You ever play Shadow? I do play sometimes. I play vanilla games a lot. They got stuck. They fell down. They got stuck. They're gonna have to drive out of the uranium mine. But I do play vanilla games sometimes. I haven't played in an op in a while because I've just been commentating. I think I've commentated most of the ops this year, or at least this half year that I started taking over commentating. But I do enjoy commentating. Once we get more commentators trained up and more mixers trained up, I will most likely be playing again because I love playing. Playing's a lot of fun. But I like streaming just as much, and if it helps grow the community and grow the channel, then I will commentate. People just not shooting them. Where the ATGMs? The Abrams doesn't have an ATGM. The T-72 does. So yeah, gonna get out of this. They're basically a tank down right now. Is this the last tank? Where did Karma go? Karma died. Looks like Karma died. Yeah. He's gonna try and get out of this. Go, go, go. So who did the best? Lord Chanka did a lot of work. That's like 3 tanks worth. It's also like 3 tanks worth. Sugar killed another tank's worth. 2 tanks. Comic and Sugar did a lot of work maneuvering around, I felt. Are they going to be able to get out of this? Now that tanks are in, is there any word if we'll see the return of Big Red from PR? I didn't play PR, so I'm not sure what Big Red is, McKinley. If you can give me a little more detail on that, I'll see if I can answer. But, yeah, I didn't play. Oh, they're going to blow up the... This is their objective. This is the Russian objective. To get up here, destroy this. Getting up here, and they're destroying their stuff. He getting out to push. I think he's getting out and gonna tell them to come this way. That's the way out. That's the ramp. This was just something. Oh, there's a ramp right there. You're facing it. If you back up, you do actually. If you back up a hill, you actually have better traction or better torque, I guess. You get out of there. Yep, they get it. They figured it out. The Big Red IED truck. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about, McKinley. And in our Squad Ops mod, we do have 2 IED trucks. One called Little Jerry and one called Big Something. And one explodes with like the force of like 10 IEDs, and the other is like 2 or 3 IEDs or something. It's something ridiculous. And they're both pretty awesome. And we've used them in an op like once maybe. That's it. They're just kind of awkward in our ops because they can kill so much stuff so quickly. Dentrix tank taking shots at HMLs. HML's got that top-down shots on them, so this tank will not last much longer. I think that's all she wrote for the US. I just think the US tried to go toe-to-toe with the T-72, like front-on tank-to-tank battle, shooting them in front armor, and you just can't do that with the Abrams. The Abrams just doesn't have that armor that the T-72 has. You have to use the maneuverability that the Abrams offers and get on their sides, get on their flanks, because you saw all the tank kills were whenever the T-72 exposed its flank to the Abrams. So you have to do all you can to get on that flank. That's all she wrote for the US. We're gonna have one more round, I believe. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure we will have one more round. If not, yeah. Let me check the time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have one more round. We're gonna switch sides, and we'll get situated. I think. Let me. But if you're interested in participating in these events, you should definitely check us out, squadops.gg. And after you take our basic training course, you can participate in most of our Squad Ops events. If you hang out with us long enough and you show up regularly, you play on our event servers, you play on our regular servers, and you hang out with us on Discord, we may extend you the opportunity to become a Squad Ops regular, give you that, lets you wear that Ops tag, and just allow you to have these like extra little perks of being a regular part of the community, participating in the regulars events, having the ability to potentially squad lead, signing up for the competitive things we do. There's a lot of things that regulars can do, and we're slowly trying to figure out more things that sort of draw that keep our regulars around and make you guys want to keep coming back, because without the people who participate in these events wouldn't happen. So the more people we have as a regular, the more people we have playing, the better overall. I think we're getting set up for the next round. Messaging in really quick, just to be. Yep, I'm fairly certain there is another round. Yep. Go ahead and join US again. We'll see how they can. We'll see if they can pull this off. It may take a little bit longer to get set up because they've got to spawn in 7 tanks or upwards of 5 tanks. IED trucks. What the? Oh, you missed the. It was one of the first things Pony really put in was the little Jerry and the other truck. I forget what it's called, but they were basically IED trucks where you drove it in, you pushed the button to drop supplies, which used to be Q, I think, and you would blow up. And I think the reason we really took it out was because we were having some trouble getting the audio and the explosion synced up, because it would be like 1 second that you're there, 1 second you're not, or if you were on the other side, 1 second you're there, 1 second you're dead, and then about 5-6 seconds later the explosion would happen. We're just having a little awkwardness trying to get that fixed. I'm gonna do a line battle, something different. I'd unmute and this stream, and I'll probably unmute on OBS so y'all can hear it as well. They're just getting set up for the round. Should happen fairly soon. Let's get set up in a squad and we'll listen to their platoon brief. I created squad 6. Oops, left. Something left. I will wait. If you have any questions about squad ops or squad in general, I'll do my best to while we get set up for this next round. Fan admin is just doing their best to move as quickly as they can. See how many tanks they've actually spawned in. Look at that. Look, so quick. They've already got 4 in. Shouldn't be much. I'll praise the event admin in the sky and your tank shall appear. Get out of here. Your tank lands on me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 M1 Abrams are here. So what did you guys think about the first round? Do you like the T-72 better, the M1 Abrams better? Do you think the Russians just have the overpowered tank, or the US could have done more with their Abrams? Maybe the Russians just maneuvered around much better than the Abrams. I think the Russians definitely worked closer together than the Abrams did at first. Once the Abrams started to get a good crossfire going, they managed to you know, take a couple kills away from the Russians. They managed to get like 3 tank kills from the Russians, and it worked out pretty well.
By the way, nice bounders, you think? Looking good.
Help them. If I can catch this. If I don't catch it, I'm not gonna help. Alright, I'm not gonna help. I was gonna go help them get set up, and we'll go see them set up their objective. Thinking ops going forward, you should have more tanks than the Russians. That's not a bad idea. I could understand that. The T-72s are just very, very powerful. And yeah, I was gonna say, like, in World War II, Allied had way more than Russians, but the Russians were with the Allies at that point. By the time they would have come into contact. But yeah. Moving to get set up on their start location. Let's go ahead and go over who's participating in this op again, and then I'll go over the mission brief, let you guys understand sort of how this will be playing out. As some of the rules may have changed slightly, so I won't go over the exact brief, but I'll go over the general idea of what the situation is. So participating on this team for the U.S. this round, we have platoon lead Bam? No, Dwarf. Platoon lead Dwarf with his squad leads Bam, You Just Died, Rose Dragon, Alpha Guido, Turtle Guy, and E-Fink. For the Russian side, we have platoon lead Plane with his squad leads Assault, Bagajo, and Ass. Looks like we're gonna get a couple more guys on his side as they spawn in and they join in. and get situated. The mission objective is the U.S. Special Forces in the night went and took over the uranium mine in Yehorivka. This little area is the uranium mine. The U.S. Special Forces have been holding out there for 3 days now, and you're reinforcing them with a tank platoon, or a tank, I guess this would be a tank company with 7 tanks. How many tanks are in a platoon? No, I think it's like 5. But there's basically a tank company moving to reinforce the uranium mine.
Yeah,
the Russian the Russian mission is you lost contact with the uranium mine 3 days ago. Your task was going to check it out and clear out the area. 5 tanks for a platoon. Yeah, so it's probably closer to a company with a 7 platoon and a half. But yeah, Russian mission. You lost contact with the uranium mine and you need to go and clear out the area. The assets include 1 M1A2 Abrams per squad for the U.S. That is it. The Russian assets include 1 T-72 B3 tank per squad, and that is it for them. They get their crewmen and stuff, but they're not really going to be using. And then at live, and until you have from live to 25 minutes into the round. To respawn, to put it in the easiest terms to understand, you get 1 extra tank if you go down within the first 25 minutes. So it has the potential for 14 tanks on 14 tanks, 7 at a time. But the total of 14 tanks versus a total of 14. And as a company? Yeah. So 14 tanks, a company and a half. In a platoon, something along those lines. There's 14 tanks going into battle, and the U.S. are tasked with defending the uranium mine. Russians are tasked with assaulting the uranium mine. I think we're switching it up a little bit. It's sort of going to be like a line battle, from my understanding. They're going to just line up and sort of drive towards each other. We'll see what happens with that, because if it's really just going to be a full-on line-on-line battle, I think the T-72s are going to win out.
I don't have my MREs. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be hungry.
Starve.
7 wouldn't actually be used. Yeah, 7 would be an awkward number to use, though. 5s and 10s is easy. That's why US likes the 5s and 10s. It's a saturated platoon.
Yes, we can. Yeah, let's grind our boxes together real quick. Oh, this is so good.
I am aroused.
It's a weird.
Guys gonna. So far, actually, I haven't created a squad yet. Let me. 6.
What's a
yeah, I can create my squad now.
Whoa! Jeez! Oh my.
Whoa. Oh, we're going fast. We sped up time. Okay. That's what happened.
Now I got it.
Watch them run around.
Why are we all
got the fucking Benny Hill theme.
They sped up the time. Everybody loved that.
Had an actual fight like that. Pistols and
fight? It's a fucking on Samari just moving at 10 times speed.
Nice. Let's race to the tree line, guys. First person to this tree over there. Alright, turn off the fucking slow-mo now.
make him have to walk back.
You know, what would be really cool? A fight at like 0.25 speed. That'd be fun.
This would be fun.
Like,
yeah, they sped up the time. I think that's so they can dig stuff faster. Yeah,
dude,
so they can build everything faster over there.
How old are you?
Yeah, same thing.
Someone go run south and see how far they could get before they chicken out.
Okay, let's go.
Rolling this. Sonny's gotta walk the entire way back at regular speed.
Everyone understands where they're going, right?
I think something's wrong with Sunny's arm.
Probably end up changing it up a little bit, but yeah.
I don't understand where everybody's going.
Normal speed.
Always. Sunnies are trash.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is a little slower than normal.
So who got the most kills last round?
Fitzy's the worst gunner ever.
Ooh, I
I'm not
did.
gonna rate these
I'm
guys
gonna go ahead
anymore,
and say I did.
We should give the Russians the classic
No, I
Iraqi
did.
version of the
I
T-72
confirmed
monkey
kills.
tanks.
Wait, no, like
I did.
actual like tank kills, not like player kills.
Happens when you go fast in squad, you break your arm.
5 or 6.
Oh,
Which
I got down.
Evan, you can suck my toe.
Fitzy, were you gunning or
Don't start it
driving
with a
last
good
game?
time, damn it.
Sonny,
I was gunning, son.
God damn.
You're the worst gunner
Ran
ever.
so fast he dislocated his
Wanderers are
shoulder.
ready whenever you're ready to go.
That was harsh.
Are we looking today?
Gonna get these guys mounted up. Yeah, looks like everybody. We got six tanks on 6 tanks. 7 squad is the event admin. Looks like.
None? Okay.
Yeah.
Load up.
Yeah, we got plenty of hits. But
Load up live at 1:40. So live in about 4 minutes.
You're right, Sonny. I suck.
Gonna get in, load up, get ready to go.
I can see it in the void. Yay!
I believe it's gonna be some kind of like that.
Jump in, buddy.
These sites are bore-sighted, or else we're shitty tankers.
Can you do the round at fast speed with the tanks, please? As amazing as that would be, I think somebody would get whiplash in the turret trying to spin that around.
Because that's a minefield, and that's.
Imagine the tanks being as fast as the motorcycles.
And that minefield.
The Abrams can actually pick up a lot of speed. The Abram is actually really zippy, in my opinion, for a tank. Really maneuverable, obviously weaker than the T-72, but they just need to use that speed. That's how you use the M1 Abrams, in my opinion.
Perfect.
You need to be faster than them. Get on their flank. You can't get close. If you get too close to T-72, the T-72 is just going to be able to keep up with you turning. Or I guess if you got under the barrel and turn faster than the barrel. But I feel like at range, you'd have a better chance of swinging around it.
Okay. When
5 time was called at 1:44. Yep, so live in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I like how the T-72. I like how the M1 Abrams sounds better than the T-72. The Abrams has like this like. It sounds. How do I put this? Sounds like a jet engine almost. Me. Sounds like it's just sucking in a massive amount of air, and it's just got a powerful engine underneath it. It just sounds strong. Where the T-72's got like that classic rumble of like a diesel engine or something, and it sounds interesting. Turbine, yeah, like a turbine sound to it. Waiting on live to be called.
Are we doing the line battle or are we doing a regular op? I can't remember. Regular. Copy.
Alpha. Are we going hilltop to airfield and then up there?
Live in about 50 seconds. Turn the engines on. I want to hear them. So disciplined. you'd expect kind of expect that from most of our regulars when it comes down to our like actual like participating in the ops. They take it a little not serious. They understand when to turn it on and turn it off.
Oh,
now listen to that. A turbine. E is to turn on the vehicle. It's what it looks like. It's the. So, yeah. And we are live. Tanks moving out. Oh no, there's a wreck.
Can we do it through this area? Return?
Negative. We have to go around.
No, that area is here. We can take a left up ahead. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, Dwarf, we need a position for squad roll. On the squad as well. Can you tell me where our position was again? Forgot. Yeah, Fox 1164. Roughly. Copy, Mike.
Nice turn, Mr. Uzi's tank.
Hey guys, remember the least amount of armor on a T-72 is
It takes it a little wide, makes it even wider. He makes it. So far, I think they're used to driving the tanks now. After the first round, it was a little rocky for the U.S. team to get moving. These guys are moving out pretty well. Are there any more ops today, Holmes? There are no more ops today. This is the last round of our squad ops regular event. We will have more squad ops tomorrow. Check us out, squadops.gg on the website. It will be in your time zone. We have 2 events. And as long as you have our squad ops basic training, you can participate in said events. They're a lot of fun. I highly recommend them. In our basic course, it's only about 45 minutes to an hour long. And you learn a lot. Or I feel like you learn a lot, especially if you don't have like any like prior military experience. If you have prior military experience, it's mostly going to be stuff you've heard already. But we still need everybody to be on the same page when it comes to our basic course, which is why we're required for everybody. Abram's drifting right. This is good spacing between these 2 tanks and even that rear tank. This, I don't know, feels like you're getting a little close. They're gonna pull off.
Alright, boys. Name of the game. Name of the game is ambush. Let them draw in. You know, try and surround them.
They need to work together. Excuse me, that's how they have to do it, I think. I think the only way the U.S. can win is if they wolfpack 1 tank at a time and stay together. I agree, Hamdog. They have to stay together. They have to stay. I think it's a minimum of 4 tanks. 4 to 1 for the T-72. 3 to 1, I guess it's still okay. But I would be happier with like a 4 to 1, 5 to 1 on a single T-72. E-Fink is going off on his own there. Looks like there's going to be these 5 versus this 1. Like, let's go check out where E-Fink's going to decide to move. Okay, so Alpha Guido is supposed to meet up with him. This is supposed to be a two-man tank team. I'd like to see him wait then. Don't want to push up too far without your team, without your backup. See how fast this tank is? Nice save. Whoever's turning that barrel around is giving me a headache. So, looks like Alpha Guido and Ethan are going to be working together. Maybe even Bam, you just died. So, they're working with a 3-man team of Dwarf, Turtle, and Rose Dragon. Yeah, 3 on 3. These odds aren't bad if they can ambush them how they need. Let's go check out where the Russians are going to move. Looks like they're going to move northeast altogether. They haven't even started to push south. Huh. This could be interesting. Only 6 US tanks, Hamdog. It is 6 on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6 tanks on 6 tanks.
I'm gonna get on top of the hill for some early scouting, and then we'll break off before they can put targets on or wrong on us.
Copy. Copy.
Learn how to drive. It's this my Uber driver.
I'm not even taking drivers everywhere.
1 star out of 10.
You also need to use that speed to outmaneuver. The issue is the armor like this usually has recon elements. Yeah, definitely would have some kind of recon. You won't just send tanks out alone. They need to get in and they need to get behind the Russian team. They need to, like, if they can get into Modiovo, hide, let them pass, and then come in on them, then they could be just deadly. Are they gonna try? Can they cross that? I don't think they can. They're gonna try for somewhere else. Gonna try? Would you try? Would you put a tank over that bridge? I think this bridge would just rumble. A tank tried to drive over it.
6 is set.
Aver. I want to command. What? Permission to move north up. We can't see anything here.
Say again?
Permission to move north. We can't see anything.
How much further north?
Probably F10 6-1.
Yeah, is that... Are you able to get in deflatically from there?
Yeah, copy. It's a big kill.
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not a bad
If you
spot.
guys are getting hit or overwhelmed, just use deflate, reverse into deflate, and reposition.
Watch them cross this. Hit flip. Oh, they made it across. Nice. I was thinking they were gonna clip the edge and flip.
Turtle, I'm gonna slot into your west.
I like the aggressiveness of their position. I really like the aggressiveness of their position. I'd like to see the rest of these tanks pull up on them. They're expecting a western push. Alpha Guido and Bam not looking the right direction. Let's get a really high up view and I'll zoom in on them if I can find them. There's one coming in from the east. The other two, one's coming down the road. The others coming up the road way further back. These are the guys you got to worry about right there. See him? That's so satisfying to see it just slot through. Yeah, I agree. Whoever drove is not bad driver. They're looking east.
Yeah, Fat Man actually.
Nobody there to spot just yet. Nobody that they're able to spot just yet.
Sitting east and northeast as well.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Alpha Guido's trying to spot east. Sorry, northwest. That's a pretty good spot. They're not going to get coming to too much contact at in those buildings.
Enemy column. Grid's gonna follow. H1236 rear.
Affirm H1236.
Spotted him.
They're all behind us on our rear flank.
Alright. Turn your armor, guys. You don't want to get shot in the rear.
Rose and Turtle push up, push north and east. North and east, get online. And look east. Copy that, 10-4.
There you go. Turn your armor around. Face your armor. Turn the whole tank. Get out of there now. Get out of there now. They're tracked. They're tracked. Oh no. Yeah. Miss. They're tracked. It was called out. Bam was the one who called it out. Whoever's driving just didn't turn. They're pushing up on them. They're gonna repair. Go check out this tank further north of them. They're gonna have some good shots on them really soon.
Alright, they're all coming south. We're all south. They're gonna go to the hangars.
Actually, it's not. They're not gonna see shit here. Break down the communication route, maybe? Yeah, that could be it. There's just no communication to... There's communication with the command to command, there just wasn't communication amongst the tank.
Dragon's gonna end up just south of Dan in the field. Turtle, do you want to be on the south side of that ditch?
Shots out from Atomic and Sugarheart. They're gonna move. They took their shot, they missed. They get hit. No damage. Hey Shadow, shit, I couldn't make it to the event. Is it good? I think it's pretty good so far. The tank battles have been really interesting. A little in your face for my taste. They've been trying to like ram each other and swing around behind each other at close range. Whereas I feel like these tanks are better served as like flanking tanks, getting on the rear of them. Atomic's pushing fast south, trying to get behind him. Alpha Guido's going to push straight through Phoenix's tank and Bag of Joe's tank. E-Fank needs to push east and try and get eyes on Phoenix's tank to be able to provide some kind of cover fire. Phoenix's tank is not looking the right direction though. They may be able to slip through onto the airfield. Very careful. Very soon.
Possible hit or two, so we're not sure.
Alpha Guido may come up on Phoenix's
tank. Are they on the airfield proper, or are they, probably at this point, yes. Copy.
See, there's E-Fang's tank over there. Trying to get up onto the flank of Phoenix's tank. Phoenix rightfully guarding his north really well. You're going to have to almost be right on top of him to do any damage. Alpha Guido pushing onto the airfield. Any tanks on the airfield? There is a tank directly on his left. Yeah, they're not going to see it. That engine, Aethel and Bag of Joe just sitting, engine off, waiting. Can't really see it either. Yeah. Actually, he might see it. See the top of it. Looking.
On me on the road southwest.
They hear it.
On the,
Dwarf getting pushed. Dwarf getting pushed really hard.
They're going to the fob now.
Watch this, watch this.
They're on the fob?
Dwarf's getting pushed hard. Takes a shot at Mr. Seal Dentric.
They're going to overrun me.
Really good shots so far. Keep hitting them on the flank. Shot out on Atomic and Dwarf's tank. They hit a tree. Oh no! Now push them. Now push them. That's the only chance you got. They're trying to get out of there. They got a flank. They got him on the flank. Nice hit. Nice hit. Another shot. Dwarf goes down.
Alright, we're down. We're gonna respawn.
That was some good flanking by this whole platoon. The whole platoon is now on top. Or you got two tanks now on top of the main objective. Acid on top of the objective proper. Pain climbing the hill now.
Bam and E-Fank, what are you doing?
We're engaging it right now.
Looks like Alpha Guido took out a tank. E-Fank is now going to take out another tank. They're Check out E-Fink. Yeah, Bam took out their tank. Now they need to pull back. E-Fink gonna try and take out his tank. Not able to do it. But the Russians have overran the objective. Their 5 tanks have just overrun the objective. Well, man, what a plan. Just drive to the objective. Quality plan, man. It worked. Fuck me, it's 4:23 and I'm still watching. It'll be uploaded onto YouTube, Psycho, but glad for you to stick around if you're interested. But yeah, everything will be uploaded to youtube.com/squadops. If you enjoyed what you saw and you give us a follow, twitch.tv/squadops, we would really appreciate it. They're trying to take shots on feet. E-Fink, waiting. They're not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They need to push towards their objective, or they need to push back towards their objective. Another tank there. Axe and those Bam. These two need to pull back.
Doing good? As best as I can. Down on the up. We're trying to move around right now.
E-Fink just died. Oh, I think they got their tank stuck. Huh. So a wooden wall stops an AP tank around here, right? Oh no, you're giving them rear armor.
Yeah, everyone glass back towards the fob, and they get in defensive positions around the fob.
Giving them rear armor. How do you not see them? Fire going out at each other. Take some shots. Shoot your main cannon. Been tracked now, it looks like. Yeah. Why are they always turning their asses towards the enemy? Right, Project? Right? They're trying to do it right on the top of the turret. Another shot right in the back right track of Rose's squad for a tank.
Pulling back.
This Abrams gonna go down here. MG fire. Trying to pepper them as best they can, but the T-72 just too strong.
If you die, respawn it, hit your tank, and hit the fucking bomb.
Do the MGs even tickle? They're just trying to obscure Gunner's view. I think they're just trying to obscure Gunner's view. I think that's the best they're gonna do. Round out on Sunny's tank. Sunny, Evan, SMA, and Turtle. They're hurting. I don't know if that was it looked like an ATGM.
Make sure we're not flanked to the south.
The US tanks are pretty bad, dude. They're making my Abrams look bad. Right? Both times they just tried to go. Both rounds they tried to go toe to toe with the T-72 when that's not what the Abrams should be doing in this game. Maybe in real life they can go toe to toe with the T-72 with better armor and whatnot. But for in this game, you cannot go toe to toe with the T-72. You need to flank it.
Tank on the fob right now, we're currently engaging. Alright, make sure Guido to your side.
56, yeah, he's in the
This
forest.
is not how Desert Storm went from my recollection.
I don't see him anymore though. Yeah, I saw her briefly.
What if the 50's pen rear armor? That's a good question. Though I know they have really weak rear armor, but I'm not sure if it's 50 cal weak. That's a good that should be tested. It might not do much damage, but if it does some damage, that would still be good. Is going to try and pull up on the objective. Looks like Liberal Pundit Alpha Guido taking shots at go down to Payne's tank. T-72's too strong. This game you need Bradley's and Abrams. Yeah, I think the big difference.
Negative. We got hit in the front. Dude, these tanks take so much.
If they were if they were to have a tow on them, I think it would be better.
12.
I think it would be better if the Abrams had a tow missile and just allow them to do more damage to this T-72 because they're just bouncing so many rounds. And it's crazy. Love you guys. Can't wait to start playing Ops. Can't wait to see you in Ops, Mr. Sauce. Check out squadops.gg and all that. You know, the T-72s the Iraqis had were stripped down welfare version though. That's the only thing I would say. Yeah, these are like the better T-72s, more advanced, better armor, better gun. They've got like a million different kinds of rounds. It's awesome. They've got their tow on here. I don't know what the decision was to include the tow on. Looks like Axe took out Payne's tank. All right, they got one. They got one. US are not out of this entirely. They are hurt though. They are hurting.
We got one. Help.
Yeah, we're coming. We're trying to come.
IRL and Abrams go toe to toe with the T-72. It's just the game trying to balance the Abrams. I believe that. I could believe that. Trying to make some kind of balance. I really want the Abrams. I think the Abrams should get a tow, in my opinion. Assaults knows where Axe generally is, but he's got he does know where Axe exactly is. Just right through that smoke. Yeah, easy spot. 72 down, or M1 Abrams down. Yeah, the Abrams is OP IRL. I've seen a lot of documentaries on tanks and stuff. I prefer like I like war documentaries in general, but if I were to pick like a subgenre of that, would be just like naval tactics of World War II and things like that. Such an interesting topic. But tank combat, I've definitely seen my fair share of tank documentaries.
Hear that?
That's us.
Northeast. Northeast, I think.
Guess they're all gonna respawn with fresh tanks. Yes, they will. They have. We were live at 1:40. Actually, yeah, they've got 4 minutes to respawn with tanks. So they do get their respawn. They're coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks coming out of Maine. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2.
Turtle, where are the contacts at?
5.
We don't see them right now.
Roger, Turtle. It looks like it's on UAV reports.
6.
Further reinforcements are going to be coming in from the northwest.
We got it.
Sonny's trying his best. Sonny, Turtle, and Evan SMA, their tank. I believe Turtle is the tank commander.
Try to cut off or slow down reinforcements coming from the northwest. You want us to move straight towards point?
So myself.
Oh, let's see combined armor fight, Bradleys and Abrams versus T-72 and BRDM. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, not the BRDM. The BRDM would be a little too weak for that scenario. But I mean, a BTR with a 30 mil, that would be good with the Bradleys.
Smoke 290. Ethan.
IRO, the Abrams is a distance fighter, relies on amazing optics, but that's only what we know. Can't imagine what's classified. Yeah, definitely. They don't use they haven't used their optics to their advantage this game, these 2 rounds. They are very content trying to get them in the face. Dentrick and Steele take a top-down shot on them. Really good shot. Dentrick may go down here. Yep, get some shots. See, that's a flank shot. They're not hitting them in the front. That wasn't right in the front. That was on their side. That hit them in this back left wheel of theirs, or track, and took them down. But if they use the optics of the Abrams, because the Abrams has the better turret, in my opinion, the better cannon, I find it much more fun to use, but much easier to use, and much more accurate. But the fact that the T-72 is so tanky, has a lot more variety of rounds, and has that tow missile, or the Russian equivalent of the tow missile, just makes it much better in the. They could definitely use Cav Scouts like a real small tank unit. It makes finding and attacking the enemy easier. Yeah, maybe if they had changed one of these tanks, or 2 of these tanks into Bradleys and then 30 mil BTRs, that could have been something. You wouldn't have been able to do much to the front of a tank, I don't think. I don't think the 30 mil pins the front of a tank. I'm almost sure it doesn't. But it might get some shots on the rear, or being able to scout, being able to be much quicker and get around them. That'd be cool.
I'll be in this stuff again.
Hey man, they aren't trained tankers. I couldn't be mad at them for not knowing. Well, not all of them are trained tankers. I think some of these guys are in the military, and some of these guys have jobs working with like strikers and stuff, so I assume some of our regulars know about some tactics, but maybe not to the extent of being actual tank drivers.
Hey Dorp, I think there's a fair position.
They do know tactics. If you ram anything hard enough, it will break, right? So let's get a overview of it. They've got 3 tanks on station for the Russian Phoenix, being flanked by Rose Dragons and E-Fang squad. I don't think they know this one is there. Turtle pushed up really far, may get picked out here by Bartok Warrior and Bag of Joe squad. You've got 2 tanks rearming and repairing Assaults and Dentrix tanks. No other Russian tanks at main. Reinforcing U.S. positions are Alpha Guido, Axe Gaming. No, this is Bam, you just died. And, okay, Cyclone's not driving. Okay, so Alpha Guido and Bam, you just died reinforcing. We'll see where they decide to go. Turtle may be flanked here soon. Or he may be doing the flanking.
Are we clear to move north of the 9-10 line yet, or we still got to stay south of that?
Still stay south.
Copy.
Yeah, probably. It's going south. It's near.
Turtles.
See that?
They spotted him. Spotted him.
We have tanks north southwest.
You want me to move forward?
Yep, that's it.
And that sounds like Spartan naval tactics. Commentator 6, thank you, Auditor. I appreciate that. If you like what you saw, and give us a follow, twitch.tv/startups. We would really appreciate it. As long as you guys want to watch, I am down to commentate. We're getting some more commentators, and hopefully we can get some more mixers. And once I get more commentators, we'll be able to do our multicam stream more often. Looks like Acid, or sorry, not Acid, Evan is pushing Payne's tank really hard. Long range fire onto Payne and Bartok's Warrior's tank. This is the long range fire that these notes are talking about. This is the point of the Abrams. You should, Sunny and Evan and Turtle's tank are just gonna get wrecked, whereas Dwarf was able to lay down some long range fire. Oh, they're not gonna make it. Look, they're gonna try and ram him now. They're on fire. Nice shot. That was a rear shot, I guess? No, he just got him in the right spot. Nice shot.
Keep going west.
Try to ram. They don't get another respawn, though. This tank is all but out of the fight. Yeah, they don't get another respawn. See what happens. They need a bandage. Oh no, Evan dies. And Turtle died.
Sorry, go for me. We'll save the tank first and repair it. Saving the tank.
I said Bam and Guido to sweep west and north of the fog west.
That cavalry charge, right? They had to push him. I think the real hero there was these long-range shots from E-Fang and Dwarf squad. That really nailed the final nail in the coffin. Bag of Joe, Aethel. This is a really sneaky position here. I like this position. Gives them complete oversight on the, or overwatch on the west, on the south, facing south. And anything that tries to come in from there is going to be good. They've got some good cover on the southeast where they basically have to crest a hill to be spotted. And for the most part, they've got friendlies on the southwest, or on the west. Alpha Guido and Rose Dragon may be coming up behind Phoenix's tank here. Let's go check.
She's got to respawn. Delay is over. Can't respawn. Well, bye-bye, Turtle.
They don't know. They don't know. Gonna bypass this. But Bam and Mr. Uzi are watching this way. Can Phoenix see this? Phoenix is looking. Phoenix can see this.
We think there might be another tank over here. We got one.
Has to. You hear that? Hear the micro movements? Or the clicks? Another tank.
Alpha, do you see anything to the west? Negative. I'm trying to get my driver to going south.
Got on Uzi.
Guido and Bam at this point just stand by and cover the fob.
Why does everyone call Terrapin a turtle? Terrapin, whatever his name is now, used to be Turtle 5 guy or something. And so I know him as Turtle, and Terrapin's, I don't know, Turtle's easier to say.
If I go down, Rose is in command.
Bagajo, Aethel.
Understood.
Gonna reinforce Phoenix's tank here. Usually pushing up on him. Spotted. Oh no, turret's looking the wrong way. Snap too. The commander's looking. Snap. Snap. Oh my god, please snap. They're not looking. Good side shot on Uzi's tank. And you see good driving on Sinful Grove's part. Get that armor facing. Or Merrick. That was Merrick's driving. I don't know how to tell who's on what in what position here. I'm assuming Phoenix's turret or Phoenix is commanding, Sinful Grove is gunning, Merrick is driving. Yeah, see, Tap said it. His name was Turtle Guy 5 or Turtle 5 Guy or something. Yeah, Bambi just died and usually get taken out by Phoenix and Merrick's tank. They in return are getting shot at by Liberal Pundit, Alpha Guido, and Lord Chanka's tank. I think? Where are they getting these shots bounced from? Oh, from Rose's tank.
Keep it up.
Good long-range shots by Rose. Look at that. Bouncing a lot of them.
We're engaging that tank. He is about 400 out of me. Copy, I'm trying to maneuver in position right now.
It's been like 2 months to figure out why the commentators kept talking about turtles. Yep. So it's been tracked, it looks like. Oh no, Merrick may die here. They're getting some really good top-down shots onto Rose. Tow missile out. Missed. They've tracked it. This is good. This is good. This is all they need to do right now. They may be getting flanked though. Actually, let's check this out over here. Let's check this out. They see it in Lord Alpha Guido and Chanka see Dentrix. They do. Oh no, don't try and run away, just face your armor, man up.
Alpha, he's looking at you.
You're stuck on a tree.
Alright, E-Fake following. Alright, we're following.
They're gonna get out of there. Let's go check out Rose. Oh no, Rose died! Man, Rose had such a good position there with his tank. I'm surprised he lost that.
Alright, Rose is down. I'll figure now too, I think.
Dude, we're probably gonna go down here. We're getting fucked.
Those Sabos would go right into that thing after 1 or 2 shots. So that happened early round 2. I put like 17 shots in a Russian tank and it did not die. The Russian tanks are just stupid strong in this game, I feel. There's going to be some tweaks versus the US tank. There's either going to be buffs for the Abrams or nerfs for the T-72. But right now the T-72 is in a really good spot. Get in on it while it's fun. Yeah, these guys just go down. Lord Chanka, Alpha Guido getting flanked on 3 different sides. They've got 3 tanks versus 4 tanks, so still anybody's game. Russians got the better spots, though. Tree will be his demise. It irritates me how much this game nerfs American things. Yeah, I agree. I think they need to buff the Abrams a little bit more. Or give... maybe just it's not the right environment for... I guess this would be like the most ideal environment for the Abrams, with like tall hills with long sight lines. It's perfect for the Abrams. So maybe these guys just aren't using the Abrams right. Maybe they're not flanking like they should be. Maybe they're not looking the right way. Maybe the communication just isn't there. But I definitely think the Abrams need some kind of buff versus the T-72, because that T-72 is just broken. Bagajo looking right at Lima Bean, E-Finks, and HML's tank. No shots out yet. There they go. Get on its side. That's an ammo rack. Yeah, it's ammo rack. Another shot on its side. They're gonna try and get out of there. Good shot. That's it. Don't shoot it on the front. Shoot it on the side, and you kill it. What do you know? Shoot the tank on the side on its flank, and it dies. Good shot. Evens it up. 3 tanks on 3 tanks. And that puts the U.S. in a better position because one of these 3 Russian tanks are really hurt. Phoenix's tank is really hurt right now. So it's basically half of a tank. There's a tank over there and a tank over there. Really good engagement from Efank's tank.
What's up?
Is that a Shelly too?
Is there more on the east?
There's more in your mom's house that you
Where?
I dragged you.
Oh, nice. Nice. They got eyes on Phoenix's tank. Snap. Oh, nice shot onto the flank of that. Phoenix goes down. Easy one shot.
He's dead. You killed him.
He's dead.
Now they need to look left. There are 2 tanks left. 3 versus 2. Can the US pull away with this? Dwarf's team is holding together. It's dead. They keep shooting at it. It's dead. They got 2 tanks coming up on their sides though. HMO, that your mama joke. That's totally HMO. They're still shooting a dead tank. The Denchik was still able to push up on them really efficiently, really quietly. No, they're not moving. They're having a good time. Because technically the Abrams is hand loaded or whatever, so they have to have a loader. They're gonna push right up on Denchik and Steel's tank. So every time it gets loaded, you hear in the tank somebody say up or ready or send it or something, and it's tanks coming up on their side. They got to get the flank on. Push on their flank. Don't just continue to shoot from the same angle. Evan SMA needs to push or continue to hold their flank. Oh, this is a good shot.
Tell us where.
Good. That's how it works. You team up on the other tank. Much fun being had this up.
Let's go.
They've taken out another, leaving 1 tank all alone. Assault, Jive, and Bump versus 3 tanks with Atomic Peach, Shikard, and Dwarf. Evan SMA, Sunny, and Turtle Guy 5, and Lime Bean, HML, and Efank. Russians now need to complete their objective by... Actually, did they complete their objective? They only destroyed... No, they didn't destroy any of the stuff. So, this is still their objective. It's so jolly. This is fun to watch. I appreciate it, Hamdog. They're gonna rearm. How much ammo points do they have left? They don't get any build points here if I hover over. Yeah, no build points, just ammo points to rearm. Same with this fob over here.
Expose ourselves.
Good. Okay. There, 2,500 ammo points. So the Russians don't have it this time, I guess. Russians definitely were able to beat them. It all came down to the superior teamwork of the U.S. They managed to get some really good double teams on a lot of their tanks. That's really how they managed to take them out. Like long range fire onto tanks here on the southwest with a tank up close to attack. Good crossfires in this general area. And this last time where the 2 tanks were rolling together. Some really good crossfire there. I see him. Need to put their tanks on the objective and set up lines of sight. Yeah, at least 1 tank up here, preferably all 3, just able to get eyes on target. Because you'd overwhelm a tank from the front if you had three tanks shooting them at that's for sure. Not a bad comeback for the U.S. considering the beginning of the match. They're caught with their pants down while looking the wrong way. Yeah, U.S. managed to really bring it back here in this last little bit. I think the Russians really got split up. Towards the beginning, they were all working together, working in close tandem with each other, and that really helped them out. And then towards the end of the match, they spread out and they got double teamed. alone in a lot of spots, and that's really where the downfall came. So it came down to just working together, and the U.S. just did it a little bit better. The only chance the Russian has is if Storm is on the Russian team alive, he hides the tank in a bush. Yep. The thing was, that specific round, for those of you who know, there was a chance. There was a time where Storm got like 15 kills at the end of a round because they just kept running at him. But he was on defense, so this time with the Russians on offense, it's not looking very good for him.
I don't know, but Storm perimeter around the top here.
I don't think he's gonna see these guys bump, assault, and jive over there. Oh, somebody did spot him.
Oh.
Good shots.
D72 with engage. It's
behind that infantry.
Good MG fire.
It's not moving. It's not moving. Hold.
How many tanks get used total on each team? There was 14 tanks total, or 12 tanks total, and 2 tanks per squad. Or 2 tanks per squad. T-72 taking shots at the Abrams. They're gonna overwhelm this Abrams from 3 different sides. Or sorry, they're gonna overwhelm this T-72 from 3 different sides.
Eyes on.
We're engaging.
This is the ideal engagement for the Abrams. Look at this. They're just tearing it apart. This is how they should be using it. Nice shots, and it's dead. It has overwhelmed him with the Abrams firepower. Look at that. Yeah, but damn, there were 12 tanks total. I think that's it for the Russians. Yep, that is it for the Russians. U.S. managed to take it this time. Abrams not. Abrams now OP. 72 is garbage. But no, I still like the T-72 a lot. They just managed to use the Abrams and its ideal environment, in my opinion. Hard-fought victory, D's nuts. That is right. The U.S. really fought for it towards the end. How does one acquire regular status, Greybu? All you have to do is participate in our Squad Ops event, hang out on our server, hang out on our Discord, play games with other people. We do have a regular interest form. For those of you interested in becoming regular, they give you they have some basic information: how many ops you've been in, how many times you've played in operations, what's your name, things like that. But it really comes down to the event admin, or sorry, not the event admin, the representation team noticing you, seeing that you put a lot of time in the community, and then they would extend the regular status to you. There's no like set time for it. Looks like they ran their tanks into the uranium mine to celebrate. But third round of super fast speed, no third round of super fast speed, unfortunately. Cam dog, but yeah, Greybu, all you have to do is hang out on the server, hang out on our Discord, and eventually one of our representation will notice you and extend the invitation to become a regular. Thank you guys for watching us for this Squad Ops regular event. For those of you who want to participate in our regular Squad Ops events or One Life events, check us out, squadops.gg. All you have to do is sign up, take our basic training course, and after you take our basic training course, only about 45 minutes to an hour long, you can then participate in our Squad Ops events. We also do our post-scriptum events. We're starting to do more of those, and we're starting to bring back our Friday night firefights. A lot of stuff on the calendar. It's all on squadops.gg. I was a commentator for this evening, Shadowed Ritual, and we will catch you tomorrow for some more Squad Ops One Life action.